Knock knock. Hello.
Hey,
Hi. Let me introduce myself. My name is James from Seattle Pacific University. What brings you in today? Oh, what's your name? Let's start with
Ray.
Ray. Hi, Ray.
Hey.
What brings you in today?
I have abdominal pain.
Oh, when did that start?
It started around 3 or 4 days ago.
Could you describe the pain?
It's a mild ache in the left lower side of the abdomen.
Lower side of it.
When it started, it came and went.
What seems to make it worse?
Sorry, excuse me. I have to cough.
That's okay.
Moving around makes it hurt.
What seems to make it better?
If I'm laying down or if I don't move, I can't feel a thing, but I can't do that all day. I have things to do.
Yes, yes, yes. Could you point where the pain is?
Right here.
Right, lower.
Right here.
Am I touching it right there?
Right there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Could you describe the quality, define the pain? Is it sharp? How would you define it?
It's a mild ache. It's sometimes stabbing,
Mhm.
cramping pain that comes on and off.
Okay. Does it radiate or does pain go or travel anywhere?
No, it just stays there.
It stays there. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst pain, what would you say it is right now?
It's 4.
It's a 4. Okay. Does it stay at a 4 or does it sometimes become worse?
Yeah, the last 1 to 2 days it's been constant.
Okay.
Initially, it was just on and off several times a day.
When the pain is on, are there other problems that you have besides just the sharp pain? Do you have anything? Let me not put words in your mouth.
Yeah, a little nauseous, but just nausea only. I've had decreased appetite. Sometimes I feel a little feverish, but I just felt warm. I didn't take my temp, and I've sometimes I've had constipation in the past, but
Yes.
the pain never pain like this.
Okay. Does it? Let me try and understand this. What would you be doing that causes the pain to come on?
Just moving around
Just
makes it hurt.
moving around. And you say just resting helps it better. Is that how I understand you say
Yeah,
it?
staying still and laying down.
Okay. According to your understanding, what would you say is causing all these problems of the pain?
I don't know, but I sure hope it's not cancer.
Okay. Uh, are you taking any other medications or herbs or supplements?
For this,
Yes. Or do you take, in general, do you take any medications?
no.
Okay.
Maybe a multivitamin here or there, but not all the time.
Okay. Do you have any allergies
No, I have no allergies to
to anything
no
like
medication.
medications or anything like that?
No,
Have you been hospitalized in the past?
no.
What about surgeries?
Yes, I had my appendix taken out at 18,
When you're 18 years old?
and
Mhm.
they it didn't stay in the hospital, but they stuck a scope up my bum
Okay.
last year, and it was fine.
Okay. Have
The
you?
result was fine,
It was
not the
fine.
stain on my bum.
I understand you. What about immunizations? Where are you with your immunizations?
I think I'm pretty good. I gotta see my. I'm pretty sure I'm up to date, but you can check it out.
Okay. Yes, we can. We surely can. One other area we did not talk about is do you have any family history of this kind of a problem?
No, but my father had cancer at 72 and died, and my brother has ulcers.
Okay. Thank you. It's good to let me know. Um, the next thing I want to do is because you pointed to your pain being on the left lower quadrant, I would like to just kind of have a better look at you. Do you mind if I do that?
No, that's fine.
Okay. I'll listen with my stethoscope and I'll have you lay in bed, and if you don't mind, take off your shirt. So the first thing I want to do is to just have a general look at the abdomen, and I may even use a light if the light is not adequate, or tangential light, and that will help me form out the contours of the abdomen in this case, he does not have any uh, marks, any indentions, any scarring, any erythema anywhere, and the abdomen is evenly contoured. The next thing I want to do is I want to auscultate or listen to your abdomen, and I'll use this cold stethoscope, but I've tried to warm it up as much as I can, and I'll listen to all the four quadrants, but I'll also listen to 9 areas. And you said the left side is the one that is painful.
Yes.
Okay, so I'll start with the area that is less painful. Um, Bowel sounds on all four quadrants. Um, Hyperactive on the right upper quadrant, but on the left it was quiet. Next thing I want to look at or auscultate is his renal arteries, and then I'll listen to his iliacs. So using the bell of the stethoscope, I listened for his for bruise using the bell of the stethoscope, and I could not feel any bruise. Next thing I want to do, knowing that he has a pain on his left quadrant, I'm going to, as much as possible, spare that area and do it last. And so the first thing I want to do is to percurse. And so I'll percurse the areas that are less painful. Was that painful on the left side when I did that?
No, I'm fine.
Okay. I felt tympanic or tympanic tympanic sounds on all quadrants, and except some dullness on his left lower quadrant. The next thing I want to do is to palpate, and the first thing I want to do is to palpate his to palpate all quadrants, but I want to do a shallow, what we call a shallow palpation on all four quadrants, systematically going from his right lower quadrant and walking and that hurts. Okay, then I'll start here again for the deep, once again for the deep, for the deep, that hurts. The next thing I want to do, and he may express at that point that when I massaged his left lower quadrant, it was painful. No, it wasn't painful.
Just
Okay.
resting here is fine.
All right. Okay. Next thing I want to do is to palpate. I'll palpate his liver, and I'll do this using the method called bimanual, and I'll ask him to bend his legs just go ahead and bend your legs. And I'll place my left hand underneath him, and judging from the 12th rib, I'll ask him to, I'll place my hand deeply. I'll ask him to take a deep breath and exhale. One more time. Inhale and exhale. I was trying to feel for the liver as it brushes up against my hand, and in this case, I was not able to palpate it. I'll do the same thing on the left side, where I'll place my right hand underneath him, and I'll place my left hand underneath him, and I'll ask him to take a deep breath in and out. One more time. Thank you. I was checking to see whether I can feel his spleen. In this case, I wasn't able to feel it. It was non-palpable. At this point, I want to palpate his aorta. And the way I do that is I feel it with my right, I attempt to feel it with my right hand, and if I can palpate it, and sometimes it can be challenging, as is this case. But when I do, I'll be able to feel or to palpate from the edges until where I can feel it, and then the measurement will be about 3 centimeters. The next thing I want to do is to check for inflammation of his kidneys, and the way we do that is by checking the CVA. In this case, I'll ask Randy to sit up, and I'll look at his 12th rib, and where it meets the vertebrae, that angle is called the CVA. I'll place my left hand, and I'll give you 3 blows and let me know if it hurts. Any pain?
No.
Okay. I'll do the same thing on the left side. Any pain?
No.
All right. That brings our recording to an end. Do you have any other problems? Oh yes, we have to check for the rectal. Sorry, thank you for reminding me. The next thing I want to ask you is to, I'll have to look at your peri area and your rectal. Do you mind if I do that?
No.
So I've got my hands washed and clean, and I'll have Randy roll to his left side. I'll visually do a visual exam just with my eyes, the sacrococcygeal area and the perineum area, to make sure that there are no masses, no fissures, and no bloody drainage coming from there. And then if there's nothing, I'll take my gloved hand that is lubricated, and I'll place it in the anus, going from the left lateral wall to the posterior, to the right lateral wall, and to the anterior. Inspecting each time for masses, for indurations, for any pain. As I do that, I'll go the entire circumference 360 degrees and ask him whether he feels any pain. I'll gently remove my hand. I'll eventually inspect for blood. If there's any, I'll check and for occult guaiac blood, and I'll ask him whether he has any other questions. That brings our recording to an end. Thank you.